大家好，我是 KB 的呆啊。那么欢迎收看这一期的史丹利预言这个实况的第3还是第4，我忘记了啊。今天啊，我这边台风了啊，有一个非常名字高大上的一个台风叫做麦德姆啊，这个台风跑到我这个地方来了啊，之后我在外面就哗哗跟那个地震了一样，什么玩意儿都往天上面飞啊，什么玩意儿都往地下面掉啊。外面我的现在阳台外面已经是脏乱不堪了，想想都有点心碎。但是到这边的话，还是要感谢一下这个我们隔壁的那个台湾同胞们，这个台湾同胞们，他们是非常厉害的啊，挡了每年的台风都有啊，一来的话
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
一来的话，他们就要帮我们挡啊！这个台湾同胞那边就要帮我们挡台风啊！台风本来很大从台湾那边过来就已经小了一半，这也是非常让我欣慰的。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
好，那我就走右边这个门。
This was not
左边的门都已经是走完了。
And Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
他叫我走左边这个门，那边有个什么东西。
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight
他绕
ahead
过了
to
维
the
护
opposite
区，
door and got back on track.
这边还有个维护区，不要。这是个什么地方？好，这又跳到下个地图去。
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
看来这个门是可以开的。那你？这门是关的吗？
Oh no!
No,
it's to the right, my mistake.
干什么？不，我就要走左边。左边也不能开了，这不是欺负人吗？
No, no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
你这干什么？你调戏我？我刚来就被你调戏了。
Right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
你这能开吗？还是不能开？好吧，看来只能都不能走呀。
No! This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. 这旁白，那没事给我建了那个地下的那个维修厂干嘛？好奇怪呀。All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. 真是个奇怪的旁白。When Stanley, wait. What? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted.
怎么回事？
The game over, completely fresh. Everything should be. Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere?
我什么都没干呀。
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure.
哦
Come, Stanley.
哦
Let's find the story.
哦，好多门，好多门，怎么走？哎呀，这开心的，一下子就先走这边，好多门。哎，这个门是通的，这是迷宫吗？天哪！好多门，这是哪里啊？过去会不会那个呀？先不要过去。
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
别，我还没逛完呢。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
真的是还没逛，这里连门都没了。
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
这连
It's
门都没
possible
了。
the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
好，叫我回头。好，那我回头。这旁白干什么？自己的地图自己都没有搞清楚吗？还敢卖萌？哎，我是回头吗？哎，感觉好像没事。
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
这个干什么？
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story.
哎，
Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
别，我还没逛完，别充气，别充气。哎，还真不充气了。哎，感觉好像怎么走到一个这么破旧的一个地方？这是哪
Now
里？
this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at
你都
all.
不知道这是哪里？
Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
我赢了。
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no.
然后呢？
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put
这
in
游戏还有赢的这个设
work
定
for
吗
that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
哎呀，这个地图真是奇 A。那现在，这
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
这不是变成幼稚游戏了？给了你路走，哎，他怎么拐进来了？我能走走看一下吗？还是没有门呀？
No, I'm done. We're living it up to the line from now on.
啊，好吧，既然你都这么说的话，我就听你的吧。每个门都开过去看一下能不能开。
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Hey.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to
完了，又要放那操蛋的音乐。哎呦，哦，这音乐先比上一次的好多了。啊，旁白有点疯了，你看这路线。哎，这空间是不是有问题？我刚就走一小段，怎么跑了那么长一条？
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
这他妈就是一个蕨类植物，再过几百年它就变成煤炭了。你看它有什么用呀？哎呀，那个欢快的 BGM 没了，瞬间好孤。
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
我一看就是那是那幅画，这怎么办呀？旁白都迷路了。我。
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it.
别
Restart.
别，哎，你这干什么？这是什么意思啊？又重来了。
You know what, Stanley?
这干嘛？
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
好啊
Exciting,
给我把枪
mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
哪里？哎，这边有个门开了，会有什么东西呢？
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
你准备好了？我没准备好呀。我感觉，哇，这个空间好厉害啊！这应该不是啊，这是另一个次元了吧？
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
哦，啊，跟着这个线，这个鬼畜的线走。上去了，那不管他们，我们上不去呀。这是哪里？好厉害！
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
我才不知道呢。
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
你越说我就越想走左边的，可是他不给我开，我圈没绕，是不是我圈没有绕的缘故？我绕一圈。好吧，好吧，这混乱结局，这一共有几个结局啊？旁白不见了，过了很久，史丹利死了。哦。
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
我已经玩了17分钟了吗？
Schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who can split it? Me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
说着你就哦
Stopped? Does that mean did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone
我
come
们会
first?
饿死的。
Will something happen?
然后呢？
So okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
在干什么？在干什么？这游戏干什么？这盘还没说完呢。旁白还没说完。这是什么情况？
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
好像恢复正常了，是这样子吗？
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
好像
perfectly
恢
well.
复正常了。
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
那不走这个了，这个走过了，不走了。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
我要坐这个上去。
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. I'm not.
下去就摔死了
I
呀！
realize that investing in your
摔
trust
死也
in
是一个
someone
结局
else
吗
can？be
哎
difficult.
呦！
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
王霸之气，王霸之气，摔
All of
死
his
了。
co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
怎么了？旁白这次又说不一样的话了。哎， 这地方不是走过吗？哎，旁白他不说话了。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to us? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
就不走这，气死你！
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
好，继续，我们上去吧，不要再摔死
Stanley,
了
I。think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
再摔
foot
死也，
here.
再
I'm not sure.
摔死也没什么好结局。
I realize that investing in your
要不要
trust
走
in
这边
someone else can？
我
be
们走
difficult.
上面
But
看一
the
下。
fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
史丹利和老婆吗？哇，里面好黑呀，好黑呀，好黑呀！哎呦，
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
为什么他用这种哀求的语气啊？那我就不接了，我就不接了。电话不是打50几秒的时候会自动挂掉吗？不接了。哎，我怎么接了？我不想接的呀。鼠标手一键就接掉了。好吧。
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Yo.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
事情的真相。
Sorry,
哎呦呦！
but you're in my story now.
你现在在我的故事里了。不，我就想吓我一跳。这旁边好像生气了。好吧，既然这样的话，
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
H
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Q
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
还有6。
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
我有孩子吗？
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
给孩子们讲一个故事。不好意思，这就是为什么我一直没有按 V 的原因。
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
睡觉。
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
不做，你叫我不做，那我就不做好了。然后呢？我随便按，我按 Q、W、E、A， 我不按呀，会怎么样呢？就不按 F， 我什么键都按了，就不按 F。 没有反应吗？我必须按 F 吗？必须按？好吧。
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
怎么了？死掉了吗？怎么黑屏了？他们好像话还没有说完。哎呀，一地板的都是纸。
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
一地板都是纸呀！哦。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
不 ，No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there, just a kind of, tingle. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
不，我不开这个。
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
那边都是纸哎，就没什么了吗？
Enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.